In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Christ is risen, my brothers and sisters. We share this beautiful greeting with each other for 40 days. Until our Lord's ascension, we greet each other with those beautiful, transformative words that Christ is risen, truly he is risen. And whatever language it suits you, because again, the Lord's crucifixion and resurrection on the third day is the most important event in all of human history, the most important event for the entire creation and the entire cosmos. This event completely transforms the world, renews the world, and frees all those who were held captive by death. And for all those who wish to accept this great gift of our Lord, because indeed it is a gift, his resurrection and the new life which he desires to offer us is a gift. It's something that we could not do ourselves. We as human beings could not get ourselves out from the situation we were in. We could not bridge the gulf, that gulf that existed between God and humankind from the time of humanity's separation from God, the first sin. A gulf was created that only God could bridge, because the Lord paid the ransom, as we hear in the hymns and in the scriptures. He paid the debt. He freed us from the curse of the law, the curse that fell upon humankind for our disobedience. He freed us from that curse. He paid the debt of death that we experience and liberates us, because he, as God, but also as a human being like us, but the perfect human being, what Adam should have been, Christ was. And that's why we call Christ the new Adam, the perfect human being that remained faithful to God throughout his life on this earth. And because of that, Hades could not contain our Lord, who is the source of life, and also the perfect human being who is righteous. And because of his life, because of his incarnation, because of his crucifixion and death, light has dispelled the darkness, and the tomb is empty, and Hades is shattered, and the gates of Hades is shattered, my brothers and sisters. This reality should transform us. This event does have the power to transform our lives and to fill us with great hope and joy that, again, God is victorious. Christ is triumphant. There is nothing at all that we will face that Christ cannot overcome if we have him in our lives. And so, my brothers and sisters, we of all people are people of joy, great joy. Even in the most difficult circumstances, we never fall into despair, because we have the hope of the resurrection, because we are people of the resurrection, because we belong to Christ and we love him and he loves us, and he is with us always, even to the end of the age. We continue to celebrate this beautiful feast of feasts, the resurrection, Pascha, because Pascha is the Greek word for Passover, and this event commemorates our Lord's passing over from death to life, but also our passing over from death to life. And we continue to celebrate this feast not only today, but again for 40 days. Indeed, this week, though, that is beginning, this week following Pascha, is a beautiful week in our church, known as, really popularly known as Bright Week, but probably more accurately called Renewal Week, the new week, because again, of being renewed, our life and our whole lives and all of creation has been renewed. And so this week is called the Renewal Week, and this day, Sunday, in the entire week is considered one day, the 8th day, because it is the day beyond time. Of course, we have 7 days in the week, but the church has ascribed and called this day of Pascha and the week after, and indeed all Sundays, because all Sundays commemorate the Lord's resurrection, as the 8th day, the day of the kingdom, the day where there is no end, where there is no evening, where Christ is the sun that enlightens God's kingdom. We being with him. We celebrate, my brothers and sisters, with great joy and fanfare this Feast of Feasts, and we join not only with each other in spirit, because we cannot gather together, but we are together in spirit, and we join with all the saints of all time and the angelic choir, because again, this event is something that the entire creation of all time, on earth and in heaven, rejoice and celebrate today because of what Christ has done for us. We are one family as the church, and Christ desires that all people come to him. He offers this invitation, but we never force. We only invite. We only share the light of Christ with others. We never force anybody. We never guilt them. We never try to bring them in forcefully, but we merely invite and offer them through our examples and the light within us, the light of Pascha that we keep lit above all spiritually in our hearts, the light of love, the light of hope, the light of mercy, the light of joy, Christ's joy and love, that we keep lit in our hearts. People will see that, my brothers and sisters, and they will be drawn to this light, and they will ask us, why are you so peaceful? Why are you so joyful? Why are you so merciful? Why do you allow people to treat you that way and you respond with love and forgiveness? And we tell them, because of our Lord, because of Jesus Christ, because of his example, and because this is what it means to be a Christian. This is what it means to be people of the resurrection. We never battle darkness with darkness. We battle the darkness with the light of Christ. And so, my brothers and sisters, keep that light of Christ lit in your hearts spiritually always. Strengthen it so that others may see this light and others may join us and the saints of all times in the angelic choirs praising our Lord and crying out that Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and to those within whom bestowing life, truly the Lord is risen. God bless you all, and we continue again our celebration of Pascha with liturgy this Thursday for St. George the Great Martyr at 9:30, Divine Liturgy, preceded by the Orthros around 8:40 or so. And then the next day, Friday, we have the celebration of the life of Infant, the Virgin Mary, at 9:30 again, liturgy, preceded by the Orthros again at about 8:40. God bless you all, and I miss all of you. Again, it is not easy to not see your faces, but hopefully with this ministry that we offer through technology, that we're able to offer you strength and peace and joy during this difficult time of the pandemic. We must continue to pray that the pandemic may slow down and come to a halt so that we can gather again in the church, and that those who have the virus may be healed, those who are battling it, our medical professionals and our first responders, will be safe, and we thank them with all our hearts because they are true heroes and true good Samaritans for putting their health at risk. And so we must pray for those who've lost also loved ones and comfort them as best as we can, and pray for the repose of those who have departed from this virus. I also want to take this opportunity to thank those who made Holy Week possible. The chanters, Dimitra Vaziris, Matthew Juthas, for a stellar job, beautiful offering of their talents to the glory of our Lord. I thank you, Dimitra and Matthew, because again, these services would not have been possible without you, because the hymnology really is the majority of these services. So I thank them so much for their love and dedication to the church, as well as Dimitra for all these decorations you see with the flowers of the Povuglion. And I know she doesn't want me to say this, but I thank her because normally there's a bigger crew to help, but because of our restrictions, she did all of these things. So thank you, Dimitra, for all the flowers and decorations. I also want to thank, of course, Garrett, George, Buck in the back, who was also assisting me. Again, without him, this would not have been possible. Normally, as you know, we have many acolytes, and so I thank you, George, also for your service. And also the two young men who came when George was not able to be here, Matthew Murad and Joseph Siliverdes Rodriguez, who were able to also fill in when George was unable to. And again, for all of those who have been watching along, we feel your presence, we feel your prayers, and it has been a great source of strength for me, I know, and for all of us, to know that so many of you are watching at home, so that we still feel like we are together. It has been a great source of strength for me and for all of us to have you watching along, and for your support. And we will continue to offer the services live streaming until the time comes when we can gather again together. Whenever that time is, of course, we will notify you. Again, I miss all of you. I love all of you. In fact, hopefully I'll have a chance to see each other virtually for our Agape Zoom coffee hour, which will begin, I believe, at 1 o'clock. So if that, and I think everyone should have received a link, our parishioners, for that way to connect to the Zoom coffee hour at 1 o'clock. So hopefully we'll see each other then. If not, have a beautiful day. Again, we are not able to do the things we normally do on this beautiful feast of gathering with picnics and paniriria and all those things, but we should still, whatever we do it with joy, with hope, and with love. And again, God bless you all, and I have you in my prayers. Christos Anesti, Christ is risen.